All right. Hello, hello. Greetings, you. Welcome to the Qigong class presented by Toifa. I'll be your facilitator for the class. My name is Craig. We'll start the class in a few minutes. For those who can attend live, today is Tuesday, November 16th, 2021. Start class about 2.5 minutes for 6 p.m. But I know you might be checking out this practice at another time, another date. Thanks for that. For those who want to know what is happening, what is going on, what's happening in this class, here is a little brief introduction. This is a Qigong class. Qigong is an ancient Chinese mindfulness energy practice. It involves gentle movements, coordinating the body with the breath, visualization, meditation, to bring about healing, to bring the mind, the attention to the present moment. It's a way of self-care, gentle exercise, and listening to yourself. So that's what this class will entail. It is 60 minutes long, but it's not required to do the entire 60-minute class. You can do whatever feels good. I'll break down what the class is going to look like in just a minute and a half. But just allowing people to show up. Always welcome. And one thing I like to say that this is your practice. Do it in the way that feels good for you, that suits you, that allows you to be comfortable and enjoy the movements. We all have different capacities, different body types, injury histories. So just acknowledging that and allowing the practice to serve you. I'll start the class in just 1 minute. It's almost 6 p.m. where I'm at. So we'll begin the Qigong class soon. Started in 30 seconds. I'll do the introduction again, give a breakdown of how the class will be laid out, the sequencing, and if you have any comments, questions, try to get to that too. But always appreciate that. All right. Okay. It's about 6 p.m. my end. Again, I know people are going to catch replays. Always appreciate it. Hope you can hear me clearly, see me well. So let's get into this. So this is a Qigong class. As I may have mentioned before, Qigong is an ancient mindfulness energy practice that originates from China. It's been practiced for thousands of years. It involves coordinating the body, the breath, bringing that alignment with gentle movement, with visualization, meditation, to elicit and connect with our energy, our healing ability, to bring our attention to the present moment. So this is a self-care practice, a practice that allows us to de-stress and better connect with ourselves. And for this practice, we'll generally be moving the arms in coordination with the breath, be moving the legs a little bit. It's really gentle practice. We're not going to be straining or holding postures as in other practices. So we're going to start that soon, but let me give you a layout for the class. So for the next few minutes, let's say up to 6 minutes, we're going to align the three treasures. The three treasures are body, breath, and mind. This just helps us center and get the most out of our Qigong practice. After aligning the three treasures, we're going to move into the 5 standard opening exercises for Toivo, aka Valley Qigong practice. That takes us up to the 30-minute mark. That takes about 25 minutes. So there's 4 flowing movements and shaking. And then when we get to the second half of class, like right at the 30-minute mark, I'm going to really focus on flowing movements, some stretches for the second half of class. Movements that originate or are inspired by nature, inspired by the air, water, and I'll have those exercises connect with what's happening in current environment. So that will be the class for today. Hope that layout helps you out. And let's transition into aligning the 3 treasures. And before you do that, just make sure or check in with yourself that you have enough space for yourself. In this class, we'll be extending the hands out and up, forward and back. There'll be some movements where you step forward and backwards, so just make sure you have enough space for yourself. And yeah, check in. Make sure if you need any water, having water. You can wear comfortable light clothing. And you can do this practice, most of the practice. I'll do some exercises that involve the legs, but most of this practice could actually be done seated. Some of it can be done laying down. And as always, this is your practice. Modify the movements, take breaks. Key thing is that you're listening to yourself and doing what feels good for you. All right, so now that I've said all of that, let's move into aligning the body, the breath, the mind, the 3 treasures. And to do that, let's bring our feet together for those who are standing. I'll step back so you can see me. Let's bring our feet together, allow our arms to hang down. Let's just notice. Take time to just notice your environment again. You can look around, looking up, looking down. I'll be Mary, looking to your right, looking to your left. Checking in with your feet. Noticing how they connect to the ground, connect to the earth. They're sinking into the earth. And let's shift our weight into the right foot, step out with the left. So feet are shoulder width, hip width apart. Noticing how that feels. Noticing how the feet connect to the ground now. Noticing what you sense. And we're going to continue aligning the body. So as you're checking in with the feet, noticing and seeing if you have the weight equally distributed between both feet. Let's check in with the knees. Knees are soft. If you'd like, you can lock and then gently unlock the knees. So there's a slight bend in the knees. Let's check in with the pelvis. So tailbone will be tucked underneath the spine. And this allows for the pubic bone to tilt upwards. So the pelvic bowl is level. Let's look a little bit closer. Checking with the chest is open. Checking in with the arms are hanging down by the sides. Slight bend in the elbows. Fingers can be spread apart, palms are open. And let's take an opportunity to do some exercises that release tension in the neck, the shoulders, and the wrists. So let's actually start off with the shoulders, if you'd like. You can inhale, and as you inhale, shrug the shoulders up. Exhale, release, allow the shoulders to drop. Let's do it 2 more times. Inhale. 1 more time. All right. Let's take an opportunity to release tension in the neck. Let's look over to each side. So look over to the right side. And looking back to center. And look over to the left side. Bring the head back to center. Now we'll do some circles with the nose, which allow for the neck to rotate. So you can allow the chin to drop to the chest. Just make circles with the nose, 2 circles in one direction, then reverse in the movement. Being kind and gentle with the neck. So 2 circles in one direction. And then reverse in the movement. 2 circles in the other direction. Bring the head back over the spine. Let's just take an opportunity to just release tension in our wrists. There's lots of exercises to do, but let's just do a few circles in this direction. And then we'll reverse the movement. Let's do this 5 circles. All right, you can allow the hands to just flow down. Let's finish aligning the body. Let's check in with the head. Let's just imagine that there's a string, rope coming down from the sky, the ceiling, connects to the top of our head, pulls us upright. Here we're just hanging loose from it like a puppet. Let's check in with the brow and the jaw. We tend to carry a lot of tension in those areas. See if you can bring awareness, kindness to those areas. See if you can soften, smooth out the brow. You can unhinge and release the jaw. Checking in with the eyes. Eyes can be at a soft gaze. Checking in with the mouth. Mouth can be soft. Tongue can be connected to the roof of the mouth and the back. And the tongue can be touching the back of the 2 front teeth. All right. And now that we have aligned the body, let's move into aligning the breath. In this practice, I generally do Dantian breathing, but you're welcome to just breathe spontaneously. Do what feels good for you. I'll do a quick demonstration of Dantian breathing. Dantian breathing is also known as belly breathing or diaphragmatic breathing. So to demonstrate, I'll just bring the left hand to the abdomen. As you inhale, taking a breath, the lungs fill and the abdomen expands. As you exhale, lungs empty and the abdomen softens. So one more time, inhale, lungs fill, abdomen expands, navel moves outward, exhale, lungs empty, abdomen softens, navel moves towards the spine. Dantian breathing tends to stimulate the parasympathetic nervous system, which helps elicit healing and shifting the state into rest, digest, and heal. All right, and now that we have aligned the body and the breath, let's move into aligning the mind. So Qigong is practice about setting an intention and bringing your intention into the present moment. When you're in the present moment, this is where you have the greatest access to your power, your healing ability, the ability to listen and be present. So let's set an intention to be here, be now, and also let's just take time to set an intention for what you'd like to get out of this practice. And if it helps, you can bring your hands to the heart in the form of prayer hands. You can even have the knuckles of the thumb connecting to the heart. And let's just take a brief pause and just set an intention for what you'd like to get out of this practice. And now you set that attention, let us begin the practice, allowing the hands to flow down. And we're going to start off with full body breathing. So with the arms hanging down by the side, this is a movement primarily with the arms. So we're going to inhale, drop the hands up towards the sky, overhead. Exhale the hands down and out by the side. We're going to restart this movement. Inhale. Hands move up towards the sky. Exhale the hands down and out by the side. Going at your own pace and speed, modifying the movement for yourself and how you feel. Let's do 3 more repetitions of this movement in this direction, and then we'll reverse the direction of the movement. So I'm going to do 2 more repetitions in this direction on my end. This will be my Last repetition in this direction. As I flow the hands down by the sides, I'm going to transition into inhaling the hands up by the sides. So now I'm going to reverse direction. Inhale, the hands up by the side. As the hands make it overhead, exhale, the hands down in front of the body. Noticing how that feels for you. Inhale, hands up by the sides. Exhale, hands down from the body. If you'd like to try extending the exhale of the movement, see how that feels for you. So as you're lowering the hands, see if you can extend that, slow it down. Extending the exhale can support stimulating the parasympathetic nervous system. Let's do 3 more repetitions. Go at your own pace and speed. Noticing how you feel, noticing your state. Noticing where your attention is right now. Do 1 more repetition. And we will transition to the next movement. So allow your hands to just hang for just a brief moment before we make that transition. We're now going to bring the hands in front of the lower abdomen, the dantian. Palms will be facing up towards the sky. Fingers pointing towards each other with a little space in between. Noticing what you sense, noticing what you feel. And let's begin this next movement. Let's inhale the hands up to heart height. Flip the hands over, palms face down. Exhale, allow the hands to flow down. So we're starting the movement. Turn the palms up. Inhale. Draw the hands up in front. Flip the hands over, palms face down. Exhale, allow the hands to draw down. Restarting the movement. Inhale up. Exhale down. Noticing what you're connecting with right now. Noticing if any visualizations come up. In other words, if no visualizations are coming up or if you're not feeling anything, just allowing your attention to be here in the present moment. Let's do 3 more repetitions. I'll do 1 more repetition on my end. I'm going to transition to the next gesture. So we're actually going to turn the palms back up. Inhale, hands up to the heart. This time, we're going to have the fingers pointing up. Palms are still facing each other. Imagine that you're connecting, holding a ball. So imagine you're holding a ball between your hands. Noticing what you sense, how that feels, how you connect with that statement, holding a ball between your 2 hands. Again, it could be any type of ball, whatever you connect with in this moment. And we're going to extend the hands out in front of the chest, slight bend the elbows. We're going to begin the next movement. So we're going to inhale, Allow the hands to open out. Gaze up. Feel a stretch in the chest. Then exhale. Look forward. Bring the hands close together without touching. And inhale, open up. Exhale, look forward. Bring your hands close together but not touching. Inhale, open. Feel the stretch. Exhale. Noticing what you feel. Noticing how you'd like to modify this movement. What way can you make it better serve you? Let's do 3 more repetitions. Noticing if you feel anything happening between your hands. Sensing energy, sensations. And no worries if you don't. Just come back to that present moment. It allows you to connect to your environment right now. I'm going to do 1 more repetition on my own. This gesture. Bring the hands back close together, not touching, just pausing for a brief moment. Noticing what you sense, noticing what you feel. We're just going to take an opportunity to engage in some play, some free expression, some intuitive movement. So let's just connect with that ball. It's between your 2 hands. How would you like to move that ball? And let's just take an opportunity to just be with that experiment. That opportunity to explore, playing, moving the ball. So let's do that for the next 30 seconds. How would you like to move the ball? And let's just bring this intuitive movement and free expression to come to a close. Let's return to that starting position of the hands extend out from the chest. So they bend the elbows, palms facing each other. We're going to transition to the next gesture. We're going to have the palms of the hands face towards the chest, fingers pointing towards each other. We're going to inhale, draw in the hands towards the chest. And we're going to exhale, have the hands trace over chest, down the torso. And we're going to swivel the hands to the palms, swivel around. And we're now going to inhale the hands up to shoulder height. Flipping the hands, palms face down. Allow the hands to flow back down. And arms can flow past the body to extend the exhale. Restart the movement. Inhale, palms face up. Draw the hands up to shoulder height. Exhale, flip the hands over. Allow the hands to flow. Noticing what you feel, noticing what you sense. Noticing how that feels to flow in this way. And there are many variations to this particular movement. Flowing motion. We'll go through a few of those variations. You're welcome to try or just stick with this one. Whatever is comfortable and allows you to be here now. So let's move into first variation. be sinking or rising. So when you flip the hands over and you allow the hands to flow down, you can take a slight bend in the knees, bend at the hips, sinking down as the hands flow down. Inhale, rise back up. You can remain upright for this movement. So exhale, sink. Inhale, rise. Notice how that feels. We'll transition to another variation in just one moment. So let's move to the next variation. So next time you're inhaling the hands up, you can shift the weight of the bottom of your feet to the front of the foot. Flip the hands over and exhale, shifting the weight to back of the feet into the heels. So inhale, shift your weight forward. Exhale, shift the weight back. Noticing how that feels. If you want to make this more of a balanced practice, as you're inhaling and shifting weight to the front of the foot, you can actually lift at the heels. Rise up. As you exhale, lower down the heels. Lift at the toes, shifting the weight into the heels. So inhale, rise up. Raising the front of the foot, exhale. Raising the back of the foot, lift at the toes. That's the balance practice. You can try that out if that's available to you. Otherwise, stick with what feels good, whatever allows you to connect in this moment. I'm going to transition to the next variation. This is where we bring both feet together. So we're going to inhale. Let's bring the left foot to the right foot. And the exhale. Left foot steps away from right foot. I'll do the reverse. Inhale, right foot. Steps to the left foot. And exhale. Right foot steps away from left foot. Noticing how that feels. And you can incorporate variations into this variation. So as you're stepping the feet apart, maybe you want to sink. And exhale. Inhale, rise back up. Or maybe you want to make this more of a balance practice. So when you're bringing the feet together, you actually want to lift it one leg, if that's available to you, or keeping the weight mostly in one leg while the feet is planted on the ground. There are always options. So do this a couple more times for each leg as a balance practice. So I'll do one more pass for each leg. And let's do a few repetitions with the feet planted on the ground, going back to that original movement. So inhale, the hands up. Shoulder height. Exhale. Allow the hands flow down. No rising or sinking or shifting the weight forward and backwards. Just standard flow movement. Let's do a few repetitions of this. Let's do a few more repetitions. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. This will be my final repetition. All right. all set, just allow the hands, arms just hang down by the side. Just noticing when you start to check in with your fingers, your toes. What do you notice internally that's available to you? Or checking what you notice in your environment right now. Just coming back to this present moment. Again, we're taking time to just take a break from the to-do, from doing, just checking in with our being. Let's transition to shaking, also known as cooking Qi or shake the tree. And shaking is just vibrating, moving the body. Could take the form of a light vibration, dancing or jumping, but let's get into it. I'll just start shaking. And that shaking movement to my entire body. We'll do this for a few minutes. Let's say 3 minutes, and we'll incorporate blithering breaths too. And again, you can shake in whatever way feels good for you. Maybe shaking's a little bit more intense. You could turn at the waist. You can shift from side to side. You can extend the hands out, the arms, the legs. Noticing what feels good. And we'll incorporate some blithering breaths right now. So blithering breaths, it's just releasing stress audibly through the breath. So we're taking a deep breath, and on the exhale, just let out what feels good to us, to ourselves. It could take the form of a sigh, a yawn, or any noise, breath that feels good. We're going to do 3, or I'll do 3, and you're welcome to do whatever feels good. So when I say inhale, take a deep breath, and exhale, let out what feels good. Let's go. Inhale. Exhale. Let's do 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. One last one. Inhale. All right. Let's finish off this shaking. Going into the sequence of extend the hands out. How's that feel to reach out? Let's reach up overhead towards the sky. Let's reach out in front of us. Let's reach out behind us. You can bring the hands out to the side. Fingers are pointed down. And if it's available to you, you can bend down, bend the knees and hips. Get close to the ground if that feels good. And then for the next 30 seconds, just shake however you like. Maybe you want to do a high vibration shake. Or it's something really slow. But in the next 20 seconds, you're going to bring the shaking to a close, slowing down. And then you can come to a stop, a pause. And if they are available, if it's available to you, check in internally, see what you notice. If that's not available, you can check in with your environment, or you can move into swaying and rocking, swaying from side to side or rocking. Or if it's available to you, see how it feels to check inwards. So we're just using this as a time to slow down, check in with ourselves, our environment, and just be. We'll do that for a minute. Now, your hands connect with your body. Any part of the body that you feel would be good to connect with energetically, or just would just feel good on its own. Just taking this time for yourself to be and listen and notice. All right, let's move into the second half of class. So for the second half of class, we'll do some light stretching. That'll incorporate some stretches and warm-ups for the spine and for the hips. And then we'll move into flowing movements. I'll keep it more of a flowy, gentle movement practice for the rest of the class. And the movements will be inspired from Tai Chi, again, nature oriented. And the full moon's coming up. I'll do a moon movement too. So yeah, let's do some movements to warm up the spine. I like to generally start off with spinal twisting, also known as knocking on the temple gong, or knocking on the door of life, or ringing the temple gong. So let's begin just turning at the waist, allowing the arms to flow and follow. And if it's available to you, if it's something you'd like to do, you can allow the hands to tap the body. Front hand taps the lower abdomen, back hand taps the lower back. Noticing how this feels. Let's do a few more taps. And you can allow the hands to flow off. And we can just begin to slow down and bring this movement to a close. Turning back to center, facing forward, allowing your arms to hang down. We're going to transition to spinal cord breathing. So we're going to bring our hands up as if let your wrists be drawn up, about up to head height. And I know that some people consider this cactus pose, but your elbows at a right angle, palms are facing out. We're going to start this way. We're just going to draw the elbows down, open up the chest, slight arch in the upper back. You can even gaze upwards a little bit. And we're going to exhale. We're going to draw the forearms together. I'll step a little bit closer. We're going to tuck in the chin, round the upper back. Look down. Good. Inhale, open up the chest, arch the upper back. Exhale. Bring the forearms together, or close together. Tuck in the chin, round the upper back, tuck in the tailbone. So this allows us to warm up the spine by opening the front and the back of the spine. Let's do this 3 more times. We'll do 1 more repetition. So as you're opening up, you can extend your hands out and allow them to flow down. And I'll step back, and we'll take an opportunity to do some side bends, some stretches that will be felt in the side body. We'll start off with our right hand. So we can just allow the right hand to just flow up, overhead. And what we can do is just allow the right hand to flow over to the left side. And we can just bend the waist. Feeling the stretch. in a comfortable way, a way that doesn't cause pain. And return to center, extending the right hand, stretching up. And allow the arm to just flow down. We'll do the other side. Allowing the left hand to flow up towards the sky. Feel the stretch. Then allowing the left hand to flow over to the right side. Spin. Feeling that stretch. Allow the left hand to float up and float down. Let's do one more pass for each side. Again, go at your own pace. And allow the hands just float down. Take an opportunity to just do some hip rotations or hip circles. So you can bring your hands to hips, and we'll take time to just circle them around. You can do it whatever feels comfortable for you. Maybe you want to widen your stance, but you're just doing circles. We'll do 4 circles in one direction, and then we'll reverse the movement, do 4 in the other. Tend to carry a lot of stress in my hips. So now I'm going to reverse the movement, go in the opposite direction. I'll do one more circle. When you're all set, just return back to center. So hip back over center, shoulders are over placement of the feet, arms are hanging down, and we're going to move into flowing movements. A movement I like to do, which connects with the metal element. This is the element of autumn, and the element that connects with the tiger, and it connects with the organs of the lungs, the intestines. Just connecting with that, but it's a simple movement. This movement I like to start off with flowing movements. Buddha holds up the earth. So we're going to bring the hands in front of the abdomen, lower dantian. Palms are facing up towards the sky. We're going to inhale the hands up in front of the body. We're going to flip the palms, press up, look up, reverse the movement, allow the hands to flow down. I'm going to do that a few times. So inhale, draw the hands up. Flip the hands about head height, press up. Then exhale. Draw the hands down, reversing the movement. Let's do this 4 more times. Inhale. Noticing what you sense, noticing what you're connecting with in this moment. Seeing how you coordinate connecting with the body and the breath at the same time. Gonna do one more repetition on my end. and noticing how that feels. Now we're going to transition to a one arm movement and for those who have taken my classes in the past, this is kind of similar to pushing the chi with a twist. That's a movement that I learned from Jeffrey Chan, but I'll demonstrate. You can follow the movement. I'm actually going to start with the right hand. It's just a one arm movement. So what we'll do is going to allow the right hand to flow up and out to the right side. We're going to press the palm to the left side, press out. And now we're going to allow the back of the hand to just flow down and sweep. And you can bend if that feels comfortable for you. Over to the right side and just stand back up. And now we're going to do the other hand. So with the left hand, I'm going to draw it out to shoulder height, palms facing out. Press out, press the palm, front of the chest, to the right side, and draw the arm down, back across, to the left side, standing back up. So let's do this a few more times, 2 more passes for each side. So you can inhale, the right hand up, exhale, press out. Allow it to flow back to the right side. Doing the same with the left hand. Let's do 1 more pass for each side. Bring up the right, press out. Palm faces up, guide it back to the right side. 1 more time with the left. Guide it back to the left side. Noticing how that feels. And when you're all set, just returning upright. Checking in with your joints, elbows and knees bent. Checking in with how the weight is distributed between both feet. And checking in with your fingers and toes. You can wiggle them, see how that feels. We're going to move into another gesture, which involves staggered stance, if you'd like, but you can also do the gesture with both feet parallel, next to each other. But I'll do this in a staggered stance way. I'll start off with the right foot extended, or the front foot, and the left foot being the back foot. And I'll find a position that's comfortable, which allows me to just shift forward and backwards. And we'll start on the back foot, which is the left foot. Bring our hands out, palms are facing away from the body. And as we inhale, we're going to shift to the right foot. Bring our hands up to shoulder height. Turn the palms over. Exhale. Shift back. Allow the hands to flow down. Let's do this a few times. Inhale. Shift forward. Draw the hands up. Shoulder height. Exhale. Palms face down. Shift back. Noticing how that feels. Again, not here to strain your knees, just do what feels comfortable for you. And let's do 2 more repetitions. So we do a total of 5 repetitions for each side. One more repetition. You're all set with the right foot stepping out. You can bring the right foot in. Now we're going to step out with the left foot. Qigong is about balance and harmony. And you can just shift weight forward and backwards, finding a stance that feels good for you. So again, left foot is the forward foot, right foot is the backwards or back foot. And we're going to start off with the weight in the right foot, palms are facing out. We're going to inhale, bend the hands at elbows, drawing up to shoulder height. Exhale, allow the hands to flow down as you shift back. Just continue to do this. Inhale up, shift forward, exhale, shift back. Notice anything happening in your hands, noticing in your feet. No worries if you don't feel anything, just allow yourself to connect with the present moment. Focusing on the movement, allows you to be here. Let's do 2 more repetitions. Your own pace and speed. And 1 more. And you can draw in the left foot, so it's parallel with the right foot. Noticing what you sense, noticing how you feel. We'll move into the next movement. It's be a movement inspired by the moon. So there's several different ways to do this gesture, gazing at the moon. I think I'll just focus on one variation. Sometimes I get caught up in doing all the variations, but I'm just going to focus on a very simple way. It's going to involve turning at the waist and swinging the arms to whatever feels comfortable for you, to each side. So we're going to imagine that we have the moon in our hands, so palms are facing up. What we're going to do, we're going to turn to the right side, draw the hands up to about shoulder height. We're gazing at the moon and turn to what feels comfortable. We're going to draw the hands back to the lower abdomen, return to center. We're going to do the other side. Twisting at the waist, looking over, left side. Draw the hands back to center. And we're going to incorporate the breath. So you can exhale out. Inhale, draw the hands back into the center. Exhale out, gazing at the moon. Inhale, drawing the hands into the center. Let's do this a few more times. Let's do 1 more pass for each side. Bring the hands back to center and just allow them to flow off. Next, I'm going to transition to a movement from the 8 brocades, movement I like to do. 2 hands, climb the legs to heal illnesses. Let's do that. Let's make that happen. I'm pretty sure I got that name of the Qigong gesture incorrect. I'll correct that. Just having a moment of just blinking on that. That's okay. Let's do it. I know the movement. So the movement involves us bring our hands to kidneys. So we're going to trace down the back of the legs, trace up the inner legs, allow the hands to flow off the body. They float up to overhead, and then they flow down from the body. So we're going to do that. So with our arms, our hands connected to the lower back, to the kidneys, we can rub on that area and seeing how that senses, how that connects for us. And now we're going to keep our hands on the lower back. We're going to allow those hands to just trace down the lower back, down the legs. Hands come over on top of the feet. Inhale, draw the hands up the inner legs. And the hands make it to about the waist. They flow off, up in front of the body. Inhale over. Exhale. Allow the hands to flow down as the palms face down. And we'll do this 2 more times. So bring the hands to kidneys, to the lower back, whatever feels good there. And now, I'm going to inhale. On the exhale, we're just going to trace down the back of the legs. Bring the hands over the front of the feet, draw up the inner legs. Allow the hands to flow up and off the body, overhead. And then exhale. Allow the hands to flow down from the body. Do this one last time at your own pace and speed. Bring the hands lower back. Feel that warmth from your hands, or just whatever you're feeling. Just feel that connection. And we're going to allow the hands to trace down the back of the legs. Inhale the hands up. Inner legs. Allow the hands to float off. Exhale. Draw the hands down from the body. Noticing what you sense, noticing what you feel. All right. So we have a few more minutes to do some more gentle flowing and light gestures that coordinate the body with the breath. So I'll continue down with like 3 or 4 more gestures to do. But just checking with yourself, noticing your connection with the earth, the ground, checking with your joints, are they soft, bent, checking in with your awareness. What are you noticing right now? Where's your attention? Coming back to the present moment. All right, let's move into the next gesture. One gesture that we can move into is shifting from left to right. Noticing as you shift weight from one side to another. I'll do the Tai Chi Qigong exercise, palm tree. Do that for just a minute. And noticing as you're shifting weight from left to right, how that feels. And when you're ready, you're going to turn the waist and you turn to the left side. As you're shifting weight to the right side, turn the waist, turn to the right side. So it's just engaging in that, being gentle and kind as you shift weight from side to side. When you're ready, you're getting to the left side, just bring your hands up, arms to flow. Like a tree blowing in the wind, a palm tree or a real tree. Because these trees can bend and flow with the wind. Seeing how that feels for you. So we'll flow in this way for another 30 seconds. When you find yourself returning to the left side, just allow your hands to just float down. All right. Let's do a couple more exercises. one more flowing movement, and then we'll do an integration flow, and then we'll close the class. All right. One gesture that we can flow into is just separating clouds. So you just allow the hands to just cross over front body. Inhale, draw the hands up. Exhale, separate the hands, allow them to flow out. Let's do this 3 times. You can alternate the hands. So inhale, draw the hands up, overhead. Exhale, separate the hands, separating clouds, allow them to flow down. Do one more repetition. Allowing the hands to flow down. And let's take time to do the integration flow, centering. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring both hands. We're going to bring it to the left hand, front of the abdomen, lower dantian. We'll bring the right hand on top of the left hand. We'll do the centering flow. We're going to allow the left hand to drop. Circle out and around, inhale. Up overhead with the fingers pointing out towards the sky. Exhale, draw down the midline of the body. And the left hand will take the place of the right hand, and now the right hand will draw up and around, and the inhale, overhead. Exhale, and down the midline. And the right hand, place on top of the left hand, and now we'll do one more pass for each hand. And we'll do our final pass with the right hand. And as you bring the right hand on top of the left hand, let's bring both hands on top of each other. You can interlock with thumbs. One palm over the other, and you can connect with the lower abdomen, the lower dantian, noticing what you feel, noticing what you sense, just being here for a moment before you completely close the class. Just being with that energy, with yourself, with the breath, with this moment. And let's just allow both hands to just flow off, and we'll move into the sequence to close the class. So this time we'll be doing clearing and gathering. So inhale, both hands up, palms flowing in the path and direction. And as the hands make it overhead, turn the palms face towards yourself, exhaling, taking in whatever you need from the class. Do this 2 more times. So inhale, pull the palms face up, gather, circle hands up, overhead. Exhale with the palms facing towards yourself. Take whatever you need from this class, whatever support, energy, connection. And one more time, inhale. Gather. Exhale. Shower it down upon yourself. And to close the class, this time I will not be marrying you. So you can bring up your right hand in the form of a fist, soft fist. It's going to represent yang energy, energy of the day, energy of the sun. And we'll bring up the left hand, palm facing up, Hand is soft. This hand is going to represent yin energy, energy of the night, of the earth and moon. And now we're going to bring both hands together, combining yin and yang. Swing through the center, left hand over the right hand. Let's take this opportunity to bow to ourselves for engaging in this ancient energy, mindfulness, movement practice from China. Thanks for taking this time to engage and support yourself, to flow, to move, to connect. And I want to thank you for checking out this practice. Hope it's supporting you. Hopefully it's allowing you to just get that support and connect with your healing and energy. We all have that. Just need the right environments, the practices, and the support to enhance it. So thanks again. Till next time, be well, live well. Thanks again.